Hey Lisa, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Andy. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
So today we're going to go over another booklet that we offer to people to help them with their, real estate needs.
Yeah, it's
So we're going
another
to
one of our
present another one.
consumer guides.
Correct. We're going to go over a different one than we went over last week. And if anybody's interested in it, they could let us know. I'm sure you're going to put a link on the bottom.
I will be doing that, yes.
Awesome. So today's guide that we're going to go over, our consumer guide for today, is what everyone ought to know before buying their first home. So it's basically like just tips for a first time buyer, which
You
we
know,
get a lot
though,
of.
Andy, also it's good for people. Maybe I haven't, you haven't bought a home in a long time and might have bought it before, but things change too. So I think it's useful for anybody who's getting ready to buy a home again,
I would
or
agree.
for the first time.
Yeah, and you know what? And even if you, like you just said, a lot of people stay in their home over 10 years. Who remembers what happened from 10 years ago? And with technology, everything changes every couple of years anyway.
Right,
So,
right.
so I agree. You know what? Even for people that are been in a home or even bought a couple, but it's been a while, this maybe gives you a little refresher.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start going through the guide, and then we'll go back and forth and discuss some of the pertinent information that is within it.
Great.
So buying a home can be confusing. Why? Because you're bombarded with misleading information, confusing claims, and poor advice from family and friends who aren't accountable or responsible to you for the advice they give. How do you ever find solid, practical information that will help you find the right home? Well, you start by reading this free report. And one of the things I was going to add over there is that happens to us all the time. People say, well, my sister used to be a real estate agent and she lives in New York. And it's like, first of all, she's not a current agent. And real estate, I don't know how many times I've said this in my life, but it's a lot. Real estate is local. Real estate is local. And I don't care what prices in New York are. That's not the same as what's going on in Vegas. And even in California, it's different. Everywhere is different, and people need to understand that.
Yeah, it's really important to have that local information and those local numbers. So yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. So the purpose of this educational guide that we're offering is twofold. One, it's to provide you with information which might assist you in achieving greater clarity and decision-making resolve, and being able to decide, should I buy, should I not buy? And also to introduce ourselves as accomplished and knowledgeable agents, realtors, ready to comprehensively assist you in both determining and executing your personally arrived at real estate and lifestyle related decisions, whether as a prospective renter or buyer. And that's one of the things that this guide will help you with, is to clarify whether it's better in your personal situation to rent, or whether it's better to buy, because those are, it's not the same for everyone. If you're only planning on being someplace for a couple of years, probably not worth looking into buying. If you're planning on being somewhere for quite a while, and if you're like most of us who are normal people who have regular jobs and regular incomes, one of the best ways to build personal wealth is through home ownership. For me, that's definitely been true for me. And I think it's been true for you too, Andy.
Definitely. It definitely has. And you know what? One of the things is, if you ever run into an agent and they're really pushing you to buy and not rent, you might want to think hard about that agent's ethics, if that's somebody you really want to work with. Because I've told people before, you know what, it's cost me deals, but I've told them, you know what, in your situation, you should rent. I like to be able to put my head on the pillow at night and sleep.
Yeah.
And I can't sleep if I do somebody wrong. I'll be thinking about it, and I'll be thinking, man, that was the wrong decision for them. I'd rather not make a deal and do the right thing, because you know what, karma comes back to you.
And in the end, it's really our job just to be the provider of information. And that's what we get to do by offering these consumer guides, and by our by our combined experience. So it's pretty. We're very firm about that.
And sometimes, like you said, renting is the best option.
Yeah.
If someone tells me they're going to be here for 2 years, I'm not going to tell them to buy a house
Right.
because I mean, short term with closing costs going in and going out, even if prices go up a tick, you might not make your money back.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.